So here in the near future, we are about to see tens of thousands of people go to jail for fraud. But these tens of thousands of people are also small business owners. So very soon, we could see small businesses close down because their owners committed fraud and now have to pay the money back. Now, what am I talking about? Well, you may have seen this online. It's going all over social media where they are now saying that people that got either the PPP loans, these are the Paycheck Protection Program loans, or the EIDL loans. If you got either one of those, well, there's a warrant list that is going around that is showing all the people that will be going to jail. Now, I'm going to break this down in just a moment, explain what is going on, whether this is true or not, and what you should be looking forward to. Now, I'll break all this down in just a moment, but all I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoyed these daily updates. And now, let's begin. So here's what we know. Currently, there's been about $800 billion in PPP loans that have been giving out to 11.5 million small business owners. These are businesses with less than 500 employees. Now, here's where things get serious. There are talks that there's a PPP warrant list that is circulating the internet. Well, here's the thing. This has been going on since 2021. We've heard about this warrant list for the past 3 years. There is not a public warrant list that we can get access to. There is no list that's given out, okay? So just be aware of that. Now, I bring this to your attention for 2 reasons. Number 1, you need to know the truth if you have received a PPP loan, if you have received an EIDL loan. Okay, you need to know. The second reason is now scammers are going out, sending emails, reaching out on social media, even calling your phone and texting you, letting you know that they're trying to do their best to get ahead of this thing before you go to jail. It's interesting. I get calls like this probably a couple times a week. It's the exact same message. They're just calling, trying to say that, hey, you committed fraud. No, I didn't. I did not get a PPP loan. And I didn't because I knew the government would eventually try to come back and get it. Now, let's look at this. Here's what the Paycheck Protection Program is. The purpose, the PPP was intended to encourage businesses to keep their employees on payroll. Well, who was eligible? Well, eligibility was small businesses with 500 or fewer employees, as well as certain businesses with more employees who were eligible. It says the loan uses. The loan could be used for payroll, rent, mortgage interest, utilities, and other expenses. The big reason why people got it is because of the forgiveness. The government forgave the loans if the business met certain criteria, such as maintaining or rehiring employees and keeping salaries at a certain level. Okay, here's what we know. The majority of this has already been forgiven, but more than $100 billion of the roughly $800 billion in loans has not been forgiven. Okay? There's still $100 billion that has yet to be forgiven. Now, I bring this up because, again, many people are asking, well, am I okay? Did I do the right thing? I don't know. I honestly don't know. But I found this guy on TikTok. Of course, because everybody gets their news on TikTok. I want to play this video for you. Because again, what we are facing right now is it's a scare tactic. That, well, you may not have done the right thing. You may not have been eligible for a PPP loan, but yet you got it. You spent the money. Now the government is going to come after you. Okay? But here's what I can tell you. It doesn't matter if you received the loan or your boss received the loan. They're going to come after the company. The government is going to come after the company. This is why experts are saying that tens of thousands of businesses will close down in the next couple of years as the government decides to come after all this money. Keep in mind that they have some time, but again, I want to play this clip for you. Listen to this.
What is going on, everyone? Ex-federal underwriter here for the SBA. I worked on PPP and EIDL loans. And yes, there was so much fraud that it was unbelievable. And yes, there's a fraud prevention system in place. And yes, for those people that have lied on their application, at some point, because of the 10-year period that you're signed to, they will come after you. The 10-year period is actually the time frame that they're allowed to change. What is going on?
So there you go. The U.S. government can come after you for about 10 years. Now, here's the problem. This was in 2020, so by the end of 2030, we will have an idea of how many people actually committed fraud. But here's the thing. The U.S. government has sent out trillions of dollars, okay? Now, yes, 800 billion went to small businesses, but a lot of people have been already getting picked up. You hear sheriffs getting picked up because of PPP fraud. Physicians, right? There's one in Spokane, Washington, was picked up for PPP fraud, right? A lot of issues here. But the reason I'm bringing it to your attention is because more and more people are being called and pretty much being scammed. Look at this. It says U.S. Attorney's Office warns public about scam involving phony payroll protection program fraud arrest warrants. Again, there is no warrant list. Okay? So all those social media posts and the people worried, what if my name's on that list? There's no list. Okay? The Small Business Association is not out there trying to put together a warrant list. Now, there are investigators going through all these loans to determine who is actually has committed fraud. Knowingly committed fraud. Okay? That is who they're going to go after. And it's probably not going to be the little guys that took out, got a couple $1,000s. No. It's going to be those that took out, hundreds of thousands of dollars. That got millions of dollars. Those are the ones they're going after. The big ones. Because it only takes a handful of those, and now the government has millions of dollars or potentially billions of dollars that they just recouped, that they can go and spend on something else. That's essentially what they're trying to do. They're not going to get this money back and give it back to other small businesses. No. They're trying to spend this elsewhere where they see fit. So, what does this mean moving forward? Well, here's the thing. Many people were skeptical about even taking on a PPP loan simply because they knew, yes, it could be forgiven, but what are the chances that it would be? And if for some reason the government needed the money in the future, well, guess what? Could they come back to you? Well, the answer before was no. Now, it seems like they're coming. They're trying to figure out who committed fraud and how much money they can actually get back. So, we're going to see what happens moving forward, but that is what we know as of today. Tens of thousands of employers could be going out of business very soon, and tens of thousands of business owners could be put in jail for that exact same reason. So, just want to thank you guys for watching, but that is what we know as of today. So again, thank you for watching, consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.